Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LC Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Married to Medicine, Season 10. I think this is like episode 19 or so. This is the reunion part 2. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. Also, you can subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends and anyone else, your foes. And you can leave your comments below. All right. So, I don't think I'll be before you long. I'm probably going to say this even in my next video. I really don't know how I feel about the ladies. I don't feel good, even for what happened in this episode. I don't know if I hold grudges or just need to know that I really don't know these ladies. I don't know, but it's just like not a good feeling with how these ladies actually operate. So it's like, ugh. All right, so we left off with Quad and Jackie talking, and Dr. Jackie was talking really crazy. So, because Quad's like, I would never do that to you as far as releasing a video of you trying to get you canceled and all that good stuff. The whole thing of people have been like, well, you should have called and not said anything about shouldn't have listened to Dr. Heavenly. Even Dr. Jackie is admitting that she was in a different place. She was in a different mindset. She wasn't going to expect her call. So the stuff that she was saying at the beginning of part 1 episode, Dr. Jackie, is full of ish. So as they're exchanging, Dr. Jackie said, well, I don't know what you're capable of or what you will do. We don't have that type of communication in that type of relationship. 10 years, has she ever done anything to you, Dr. Jackie? I just feel like this group know that they did her wrong. The only way you don't think somebody would be that, I don't know what the word is, evil or vengeful, is if you had done something to them. Like, let's just read between the lines. So they get on to talk about calling each other and texting each other. They're going to work things out and everything's good in the hood. Quad goes talks to Simone and says, you know, we were doing good at rebuilding after the fact. And then when I start seeing everything back on TV as to what you guys did to me, I dropped off again. I hear you. And I'm just tired of our relationship like this. And I do want to move forward. And Simone, I receive it. And then they hug it out. Their relationship will never be as it was. A, she wants to be up Toya's arse. And B, they're different people now. And I don't think I would really want to be friends with these ladies. All right, so we start with Sweet Tea's package. She did have surgery and removed, what, 2 cysts and fibroids, I think it was. She said that she's feeling a whole lot better. And you're not really deemed infertile if you have been trying to get pregnant for over a year. I don't even know if that's true. I mean, medically, y'all, let me stop. But it's like, how can y'all determine that? Okay? That don't mean that she's infertile. What if Dr. G's on his last leg? Like, that's so interesting. No. As far as logic, like, you can get pregnant whenever, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, Sweet Tea is in, her 32, 33? Although it's around this time where you start having geriatric pregnancies, which I don't understand, but whatever. In my mind, and yes, you can come at me medically. This is not where I'm coming from. I just don't see how she's infertile after a year of trying, in my opinion. They talk about Quad, Sweet Tea. They go at it like, why are you saying anything? Why haven't you moved on? Don't be talking about me. Toya, what would you do if you got divorced? You know that you wouldn't like it. She said, we've already talked about this, her and Eugene. If we got divorced and he got remarried, and she wants to come onto the show, she could do that, and I'm gonna have a hot man behind me. I really don't think that you are that mature. You and Simone beefed for 2 years. And one thing that started the beef is that Simone was dancing up on your man. And you said that, oh, I really am invested in this show, so I would definitely do it. You are not that mature for that. So I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. Is that why you were so gracious to Sweet Tea? Shut up. Sweet Tea and Heavenly. They talk about Dr. Damon cheating. We didn't get any clips of Heavenly saying Dr. Damon didn't cheat, but she wasn't asked either. Dr. Damon and Dr. G were talking. And basically, it was kind of code of, I think, get your woman together. You think I'm a cheater? And Dr. G said, I don't know what you're being doing. I mean, his statement was still true, Dr. Damon, especially if he ain't really around you like that. You don't know that. But if you don't know it, but if you are friends, then you know what's up. So it was a yes or no question. And he ended up saying no. Obviously, he's going to have a talk with her after the reunion. Alicia comes out. They talk about, do DICKs get old? And they said, of course. They sag and all that good stuff. They talk about Quad. After she left Napa, the dark cloud had lifted. No, y'all became boring as hell. Y'all lost your plot line. Of course, everything doesn't have to be drama, but there wasn't really anything to look forward to. It's like the weight of everything is on Dr. Heavenly to get things started. And she always has to look like the a-hole because none of the other ladies aren't interested in making a good show. How did you let Kima get away with watching the children? Alicia says, well, our roles are different as far as even work-wise. He has to do certain things. He's not available, and I could be home a lot more, and I can watch them. If you were going to divorce this man while you were barefoot and pregnant because he would not help you out, why would y'all sit up here? It's like Dr. Alicia and Kima are kind of doing PR control because it's like they talked, I thought, really honest, but now they're kind of, to me, backtracking and like, oh, no. Almost like your marriage is good, but then we were seeing all these cracks and maybe some of these things work for you guys, but it wasn't what you guys were representing. I don't know. It seems like y'all seeing yourselves on television and let's clean it up as if our marriage is perfect for us. Toya, do you think that all the ladies really got behind you with your wine thing? She said, yeah, I felt all the support and all that. And then they get on how Dr. Heavenly used to be on her. And Dr. Heavenly says that I think that Toya is lazy. I mean, she has a soft life. Toya says, I'm not lazy. It's just I know how to do things at an easier way of getting it done, I guess. Simone, how's things with Miles and Michael? They're doing pretty well. I guess nothing has happened up in there. Toya with the sex talk. Do your children ever get embarrassed? I mean, they're not. She says that they have two different personalities with the children. One is very, they call him dirty or whatever. He's quite inquisitive about the whole sex stuff. One's already said that he needs to delete some of the stuff that he's put on his electronic thing. All right, so we get on to Heavenly. Sweet Tea was saying that she thinks that that Heavenly and Dr. Damon have a grandchild because there's a bunch of Enfamil. Heavenly says what's really going on is Dr. Damon is allergic to regular milk. And the only thing that he can actually consume is that type of milk from Enfamil, which is the soy. I don't know why he can't get like just regular soy milk, but I guess that's the only thing that's available, whatever. But that didn't come from you, Sweet Tea. That was floating around the internet before you started talking about it, ma'am. They talked about Heavenly and her sister. When I tell you how Heavenly twisted this whole reunion around to work in her favor and basically shut down Sweet Tea. So they were talking about the sister, how are things going with that? And she says, I have to thank Sweet Tea because what started things going as far as us speaking, because we weren't speaking before, is that comment that Sweet Tea made about her mom being in hell. Sweet Tea wanted to talk about it. But Heavenly said, no, I want to thank you. Some things that just seem so bad really just turned out good. And now we're talking and we're having a better relationship. And I just want to thank you. Shut her down. Shut her down. I said, you are slick, lady. She says that she's in therapy. She never mourned her mother's death. And it's something that she has not been taught. But she's a work in progress. She got out of that. Can you believe that? Lord. So it's men's time. Dr. G, did Phaedra ask you for the 4G, for the 4K? And he said, yes. I was really trying to get with her, and she wanted all this stuff, and I really couldn't provide it. But they said, did anything happen besides surface stuff? Said, no, nothing physically. But he said something, what was going on in his mind. Like, he was having fantasies about being with Phaedra. And the ladies were like, what the hell? Like, you better go slap Dr. G later on for saying that type of stuff. You married and you talking about, I really wanted something to happen between me and Phaedra. But anyways, y'all love Dr. G because you hate Quad. Cecil, have you heard from Tammy? I said, no, I cut all that off. Curtis said, oh, I don't even know why you open your mouth. We had our stuff going on, but we're on a good path now. Whatever. Dr. G, you invited a stripper to come to the wedding. He said it was more of a theoretically question. Really, he wasn't wanting her to come, but he did ask the question, which I thought was dumb. Damon, how are you handling Allura being away? He said, I don't really want to talk about it. He was ready to get emotional there. They just have a great connection. You know, he misses her terribly. Dr. G, as far as these armed robbers, what were you thinking? And he said he just wanted her to get so bad to not think of how serious of making sure that you lock the doors and all that good stuff. It was bad timing and bad thinking. Okay, I'm sure he's going to do something else. Eugene, they talk a little bit about dating. About the date that he took her on and the things that he planned, and she ended up rating it like a 7.5. And he said he didn't get upset about that. It's pretty hard to please her. None of the other men say that it's hard to please. With Kima, they talk about the comment where he said that he refused to get his nutsacks cut. He said it was kind of more of a joke type way. Like, everything he said is just kind of like they backtracking. He doesn't believe in the whole happy wife, happy life. And I agree with that also. Because why would I need to sacrifice my happiness just to make sure you're happy? We both should be equally happy in this whole situation. And there are compromises where you may have to do without, but I get exactly the concept. And he does not believe in a true 50-50 relationship. Someone has to be the leader. This is his thing. And it's just like let's say something needs to be vetoed and someone needs to make a decision. Someone should be in leadership power, and I'm sure he's thinking the male. So it's 51-49. I get what he's saying. Basically, I'll say. I won't say that I co-sign it, but I understand where he's coming from. How about training your wife? This was another joke. Okay, sir. Alicia, oh, he was just joking. Well, he was just talking about training you. He wasn't talking about training anyone else. Oral sex is still taboo. Andy asks Dr. G, you know, how do you feel about Quad being here? And he says, well, I don't really feel good. I don't want to venture backwards. Of course, because then we got to really talk about how awful you really are. And you don't want to really speak about that in front of your new wife, right? So the guys come back. Well, the women come back inside, and then there's another chair that's set up behind Quad. And we end up finding out the extra seat is for Apollo. I don't know why he's here. He couldn't be on the season. Nobody was talking about him. But for some reason, Bravo decided to invest all this money into a cast member that has done nothing. However, that's y'all girl. TV reality gold. Well, that's all I do have. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Again, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments below. And that's all I do have. And until the next video, peace.